this may not be suitable for those of you who may have a weak stomach. I'm just warning you. There is an FBI warning here. We are a part of Jessica and Megan's Law too. The offender wants bread and he wants to make some money off of a victim. And what was it? What would the offender want to do? In the case here, we have a special seating arrangement so that the judge can come in. And it, by all appearances, the judge has been a part of our case since 1985. So at any time, Honorable Judge Stanton Winnick, if he is available, we need your help because they are going to try to keep this whole abuse cycle going. We got the help of a local organization called Voice, and we are thankful. Okay. If you have our personal address information or our P.O. box, we will have a P.O. box available at some point, not at this moment. We are gathering information so that we can go to court, okay? There have been a number of abuse cases, and listen, you have to save receipts. You might have to do some things if you're going to be involved in the case at some point. There have been a number of assaults that have gone on in the course of the last the last actually 15 years, different abusers, different victims, okay? So there may be more going on with more victims that we're not aware of. I want you to know that we're limited on the information we're given, okay? So you must do your homework before you go into court, okay? We talked to the court advocate. I will say this. Anytime he's trying to make money off the victim or anybody's trying to make money off of the victim's case, there in itself is the case. It's about money. Pornography is introducing a young woman to pornography or asking her to prostitute or any of those things, or sometimes now with young men, especially the blowjob with the cigarette. So I want you to know, though, we're going to keep it very limited to this, and we want you to know that our table is full. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on here, and right now we're going to recess until we get the information that needs to be at the state police. They must contact the state police and report it to Childline. It is required by law, okay, so that anybody, if you see it or know about it, yeah, I mean, it's going to do a heck of a lot of good for those of us who are going to bed at night wondering what's going on from day to day. We have gone through this because of a missing persons case in our own family. To be in contact with others, neighbors, old neighbors, friends, anyone that would be, instrumental in helping crime cases or past crime cases, like present or past. A lot of times the victims will run away or they won't show up for court. So I don't know the extent. They do not need to be at court to prosecute a case, by the way. They don't need the victim. They need the perpetrator. The perpetrator is the one that they want, okay? They're going to find out what the perpetrator's history is, if what kind of material he has with him or her. It could be any one of the individuals. They point them out in a lineup and it's over, okay? It's just that simple. So I don't want to go further with it than what we've already said. Word is on the street. We are aware that it's going on. We just don't know who it is, okay? And really, it'll be up to, and this is under the Good Samaritan's Law, that you are protected under Good Samaritan's Law for reporting it or as a witness of it. Anytime they do something with the garbage or the cigarettes or any other clues, that's their way of, communicating. They're trying to go further than what it's supposed to go, okay? going on a coffee date, going out on a a regular date, you do not have to do anything. Your only obligation is to obey the curfew. If it's 12 o'clock at midnight, they have to be home by midnight. Okay, you can make other arrangements with family and say, hey, they're going to be a few minutes late. That's between you and the members of that household. But there's a curfew, and there's a reason why. There are case after case right now of exploitation. And you heard about what happened at the Chop Zone. You heard about some other cases that are coming out. And we're talking about young children, young 20 something of age. So they are easy prey for this. And believe me, they think they can take on a predator. It's better to be on the right side of law enforcement than to be on the wrong side of law enforcement. And I'm just saying, because the predators that prey on the victims, they usually wait for these children, now adults, in those large crowds that are hanging out with Antifa. Okay? You could become a victim. Laura, the reporter from Fox News that was attacked, she was attacked during Arab Spring. So you remember, these stories are not something I just made up, okay? Please take caution when traveling alone. Make sure you have some kind of, protection or some kind of ability to defend yourself. The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network.